Mahaparivachar. I did not learn them in any school or college. Lazy potato. Potato was a young, bright, handsome and sweet boy from Goa. We were in a BVB College of Engineering at Hubli. He had been my classmate and lab partner throughout our course, so I knew him fairly well. Potato has a peculiar habits. Though he was intelligent, he was extremely lazy. Our theory class were from 8 in the morning till noon, and lab was from 2 to 5 in the afternoon. Potato never came for the first class at 8. Occasionally he turned up for the second or third up, but most of the time he only showed up for the last. He never missed our lab sessions, however. In those days, attendance was not compulsory in college and the teachers were very lenient. They requested Potato to come on time, but since there was no internal assessment, they couldn't really exercise their authority. One day I asked Potato, "Why are you always late? What do you do at home?" He laughed and said, "I have lots of things to do. I am so busy in the evening that I can't get up before 9 in the morning." "What things keep you so busy?" I asked him innocently. "I meet my friends at night. We have long chats with or followed by dinner. You know, it takes lots of time to build friendships. You will not understand. You people all are nerds. You only come to college to study. Potato, you are the student. You should study, get knowledge, learn skills, and work hard. Is it not important? Oh, please, you remind me of my mother. Don't give me a sermon. Life is long. We have plenty of time. We should not learn anything in a hurry. We shouldn't be so stingy about time either." Then I noticed that he did not even have a watch since for obvious reason he had no need for it. Potato continued, "In life, you need connections and networking. They can give you success. You can't network in a day. You have to spend time and money on building a network. Who knows, some people that I meet now may make it big tomorrow, and then that connection will work for me." I was a young girl from middle class and academic minded family. I believed only in hard work. I never understood how networking could help. During our college breaks, Potato would proudly tell us about his childhood. "Oh, when I was young, I spent my time in big cities like Bombay, Delhi, and Calcutta. In Calcutta, there are so many clubs. It's a matter of prestige to be a member of a club. When I start working, I want to be a member of all the good clubs in the city." Every now and then, Potato felt that Hubli was a small and boring town, so he regularly went to Belgaum to meet his friends and network with them. During exams, Potato worked like a donkey. He glass traced most of my original drawings so that he did not have to think about the solution to my engineering problems himself. His glass traced drawings were definitely better than the originals because they were neater and there were no wrinkles or pencil marks. He always got more than me in drawing. He even kept the question papers of previous and made his own question papers by process of elimination. Instead of reading textbooks, he had guides to pass the exam. With all these, he always managed to pass in second class. One of the examiner caught him because in a survey drawing, he told the examiner that the mark on his drawing was actually a big tree in the middle of a road. It was a survey of a town near Dharwad. Unfortunately, the examiner happened to be from the town and he knew that there was no tree on that road. He questioned Potato, who said with a serious face, "Sir, I have done the survey myself. I sat below the tree, had my lunch, and then I continued." Calmly, the examiner said, "I can't see this tree in any of your classmates' original drawings. This is only a mosquito between the glass and the drawing that you have tried to cover up." Potato just managed to pass the exam that year, but he was not perturbed. He said, "I'm not scared of the exams or the marks. Today's nerds will be tomorrow's mid-level managers. A person with good networking will be their boss." Because of his attitude and undisciplined habit, even the college hostel refused to keep him. So he rented a small house near college and lived there like a king. Once our class planned a picnic trip to Belgaum. Since Potato was familiar with the city, we decided to take his opinion and help. The picnic committee members, including myself, went to his house around 11 on a Sunday morning. We all assumed that Potato would be awake, but to our surprise, he was still in bed. When he opened the door, he said sleepily, "Oh, why have you come so early on a Sunday?" He was quite annoyed to see us. "Well, I am awake now, so please come in." We went in, but there was absolutely no place to sit. Clothes were all over the room, and newspaper was scattered on the floor. In the kitchen, dirty dishes were piled up in the sink, and they were stinking. There were fish bones everywhere. There was also a cat and a dog inside the house. They were well fed with the potatoes leftovers. The windows were not open either. The bedsheet looked like it had not been changed for a year. I did not have the courage to go see his bathroom. Potato felt neither perturbed nor guilty. He said, "Make some space for yourselves and sit down." Some people mowed potatoes and garments and made some space, but I could not do that because I was a girl. So I simply stood. Potato brought a stool for me from his kitchen. It was very sticky. I was even more hesitant to sit on it than on his clothes. I told him, "It's better that I stand." Potato offered us tea, but none of us had guts to drink any. When I asked him about planning the details of the picnic, he said, "We can start at 12 in the afternoon. My friend owns a lodge, so I can take you there. The next day we can go to Ambali Falls. Then we can also go to Goa." Potato made a 10-day program, but most of us could not afford a 10-day accommodation in a hotel, nor could we skip class for so many days. So the plan fizzled out. We thanked him and left. When I turned back and looked, Potato had closed the door and probably gone back to bed. Soon the final year came around. We all passed the examination and parted ways. Some of us felt sad because we had become a big family in the last 4 years together. We did not know our destination and knew that we may not meet again. Of course, as Potato said goodbye, he told us, "If you are ever in Goa, please come to my house." But I seriously doubted that I would ever run into him again. Many decades passed. Once I went to Dubai to give a lecture. After the lecture, people came up to talk to me, but there was one person who waited until everybody had left. Then he walked over to where I was sitting and smiled. I recognized the smile, but I did not remember where I had seen him. The man was bald, fat, had a big patch, and was dressed very ordinarily. I thought that he might be a mid-level manager in a construction company. I meet many people in my field, and it is difficult to remember everybody. I asked him, "What can I do for you, sir? Are you waiting for me?" With a cracked voice, he said, "Yes, I have been waiting for you for a long time." "Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know that you were waiting. Do you have any work with me?" I said, "Yes, I just wanted to tell you that you were right and I was wrong." I was puzzled. What did he mean? I had never even met him before. I hardly came to the point, since we did not even have an office there. "I didn't get your name, sir. May I know your name, please?" I asked. His laugh was bittersweet. He said, "I am Potato, your classmate." everywhere7.